LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cougars offense will have the football first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
To the ground with the back. Quick spin on the ride. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. BYU has this offense clicking. Going with the ground game left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Anderson wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. With the catch, it's Buckmeyer. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Trojans offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Trojans want to move quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Fowler. Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Off the RPO, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And it's no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll do it himself. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. The kick is on its way. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Epps. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The play action fake. Fires left. He's got it. Turning it on. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Can't get him to the ground. And runs through another one. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught behind the line. It's Jordan. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying play action. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That third and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big third down stop.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up 14 over Georgia Tech. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Anderson will throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Number 85, punts it away.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Got the back over the middle. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Bag's got it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Anderson wants to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Buckmeyer. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Buckmeyer.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And BYU will get the first down. Play number 9 on this drive. Got it behind the line. It's Hernandez. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And now on second down for this offense. Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Anderson will throw. A little screen to the running back. There he goes. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Trojans decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hand off from the gun. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Anderson wants to throw. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab down the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Looking to throw on 3rd. Pulls it in. It's Buckmeyer. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll start this drive going to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Lost to fire on 2nd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Mayaba. Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Past the 40. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Fowler. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. That is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
BYU about to kick it off to open the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for room. It's Jordan. Just gets it to the 28. Pickup of 1. It is deafening in here. Soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mayaba. Gets it out fast. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Jordan. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Buckmeyer. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The offense set for a 1st down play. The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Anderson will throw. They've got the screen set up. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Got it in the middle, it's Epps. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Here's the handoff. Oh, better look out! He has the 1st and still on his feet. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
To the air, it's Mayaba. Got his man. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there. And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Epps. He stopped at the 32. Picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jordan. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Fowler. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. He's inside the 10. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown USC! They take the lead with the 6. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Cougars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The run from the shotgun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Anderson wants to throw. The sure hands. It's Buckmeyer. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets away. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
This BYU offense set up with another first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Working that left side now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He'll keep it on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Fowler. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Motion from the wideout. On the run, it's Jordan. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Matthews. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Trojans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. The throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it, and now they regain the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the catch. It's Buckmeyer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Immediately fires to the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. quick completion to the right. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got a little space. Plows through the defense. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
BYU 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something. There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Anderson will throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flips it out on the screen. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down.
Coming up, 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Complete downfield. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 6 over Florida Atlantic. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Looking for a man, it's Mayama. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Rides the back on the option, the give.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.